What is going on, guys? CVM here. Welcome to the first Team of the Week predictions of FIFA 19.
Goodness gracious me!
So last week I decided not to bother because it was the international break, and of course it was the final Team of the Week predictions of FIFA 18. Now we're into FIFA 19. This will be released on Wednesday, the day the web app releases. In goal and up first is Zheng Chen. Our first player, ironically, is a Chinese league player. First season for them in FIFA. He made a penalty saved and kept a clean sheet in a 1-0 win. Our first outfield player comes from Yeovil, believe it or not. They ran out 6-0 winners against my hometown, and Dickinson got 1 goal and 1 assist in that victory. Musashi Suzuki up next. He got himself a hat-trick, and to which there are quite a few in the entire Team of the Week predictions. That game finished 4-3 to his side. David Atanga up next, and another hat-trick, but this time of assists in a 4-1 win. Took me a while to find this guy because he goes under 2 different names. Gerso apparently is what he's called in FIFA though. The Sporting Kansas, I think he's a right mid, but he played left wing during the game. He got 2 goals and 2 assists and was crowned man of the match, and they ran out 5-1 winners. Another English League player for you now, Ian Henderson of Rochdale, got a hat-trick in what turned out to be a 3-0 win for Rochdale. Off to Poland we go briefly. Filip Starzinski of Zagłębie Lubin. That is a difficult team name to pronounce. He got 1 goal and 1 assist in a 4-0 win. Another nightmare player to find here. We had Miguel Rodriguez of Atletico Tucumán. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. He got, you've guessed it, a hat-trick, and the game finished 3-0. Our first reasonably well-known player is Gaston Pereiro. And stay tuned, by the way, because there is some unbelievable players in this week's Team of the Week predictions. And I have a good amount of possibles as well. Some huge names in the possibles. So anyway, Gaston Pereiro got himself 2 goals and 1 assist in a whopping 7-0 win for PSV. What would normally be a cheap and cheerful player in FIFA Ultimate Team, I think might actually end up going for a little bit of bunce because, of course, the first Team of the Week is only available to those who use the web app and who have EA access. In particular, the people on PlayStation, there won't be too many of these lying about whatsoever. However, Nicolas Pepe got himself a hat-trick and was crowned man of the match in a 3-2 win for Lille. First player of the season that I'm going to struggle to pronounce the name of, Hinterseer. That's what it looks like. That's what I'm going with. First name Lucas. He got himself, I think you already know the drill by now, a hat-trick and 1 assist and was crowned man of the match in a 6-0 win. There was another big result in that league as well that finished 5-1, I believe. But because there's just so many players in this week's Team of the Week, I've had to leave them out. But this should be all but a foregone conclusion. Into the starting 11 we go, and let's continue the mispronunciation of surnames with Luigi Sepp, not quite sure. Palmer pulled off the impossible with a 1-0 win over Inter. Back into the first tier of Italian football, of course. He made 7 saves and kept a clean sheet in that 1-0 win. Matthias Ginter, one of my favourite cards last year, ironically, was the 82 rated inform, and it could be about to happen again. The Borussia Mönchengladbach defender got 1 goal and was crowned man of the match in a 2-1 win. Chris Smalling, not a player that I'm sure would be on everyone's lips when they first think about Team of the Week 1, FIFA 19, but he got a goal and was crowned man of the match in a 2-1 win over Watford. It's almost the same situation. In fact, it's exactly the same situation as Matthias Ginter. Why not? I mean, I was lacking in defenders. They want to try and kick things off with a bang, I'm sure. So, yeah, Chris Smalling in contention for a Team of the Week item. Quick, nice and easy, the next one. Abdoulaye Ba of Rayo Vallecano kept a clean sheet in a 1-0 win. Once again, I was lacking for defenders. He put in a good performance, so why not? Fraser of Bournemouth up next. Got 2 goals and 1 assist. Was also crowned man of the match in a 4-2 win over Leicester. They looked like they were going to run away with that completely after that red card, but luckily for Leicester, they managed to dig deep and it was only 4-2. Miguel Almiron, I'm not quite sure if I've said that right, the Paraguayan of Atlanta United got 2 goals and was crowned man of the match in a 3-0 win. There's quite a few players from the MLS in contention. I mean, if I was controlling it and it was my decision, I'd probably give it to Zlatan just for the sheer audacity of the finish. If you haven't seen that goal, go check it out. It's one of the best goals I think I've ever seen, especially for improvisation anyway. But yeah, Almiron could be Team of the Week 1. Wouldn't be surprised if they gave it to Arnautovic, and to be honest, I'd prefer it if they did. But Yarmolenko, correct me if I'm wrong, in the first 3 weeks of FIFA 18, he got himself an inform then, and of course he was one to watch, and he could potentially be one to watch again. The Ukrainian got 2 goals in that 3-1 win over Everton. Defrel up next, one of those players that I really like to use, and to be fair, if he's got this card very early on, it could be one of those sort of Callum Wilson from last year's kind of cards, but with better finishing. He got 2 goals and a Man of the Match award in a 5-0 win for Sampdoria. You wait 2 or 3 seasons to get Hulk back in your life, and then he goes and does it in style. We could be in for an inform Hulk week 1, would you believe it? He got 1 goal and 1 assist and was crowned Man of the Match in a 5-2 win. There are quite a few players from that game though, Oscar in particular. I think he got 2 goals, but he wasn't crowned Man of the Match, and I think he was subbed off, so I'm not quite sure who will get it from that game, but I'm pretty sure one of either Hulk or Oscar will. I, for one, would love to see this. Timo Werner of Leipzig, 2 goals and a Man of the Match award in a 3-2 win. Starting life off as an 83, so I would assume would go to 85. Those of you with early access and FIFA points to burn will be happy to know that Eden Hazard got himself a hat-trick and was crowned Man of the Match in a 4-1 win, pretty much spearheading the entire Team of the Week 1, I'm sure. Having said that though, we do have a considerable amount of possibles to get through, so without any further ado, let's get into them. There will only be a select few who care about this, but I think I'm going to start doing it more often. Ronan Finn of Shamrock Rovers got 2 goals and a 5-0 win and was in there for a considerable amount of time until there was just too many hat-tricks to rule him out. No consideration on the next one, straight into the possibles. However, wouldn't be surprised if he made it there somewhere. Pettersson got 2 goals and 1 assist in a 5-3 win. Another possible is Visca. He got 1 goal and 1 assist and was crowned Man of the Match in a 4-0 win. Normally I'd say yes, and it looks like a really, really nice card, but I just can't find room for him. Now on to the big boys, and when I say big boys, I mean I have about 6 massive players to mention here. Lozano, one that I'm sure everyone would want very early on. He got 2 goals in a 7-0 win for PSV. I do have a player already in there, but again, I wouldn't be surprised if they put Lozano as well as Gaston Pereiro or instead of. Dembele of Barcelona up next, and I've left this guy out because I honestly don't think he's done enough. He got 1 goal and was crowned Man of the Match in a 2-1 win for Barca. They came from a goal down, of course. Well, I think they did. I'm pretty sure they did. Either way, Dembele with a goal, and I think if EA are looking to sell packs, he could make it in there, but I genuinely couldn't find a player to drop. 2 PSG players up next, first of which is going to be Julian Draxler, who I believe is a central-based player in FIFA 19 for some reason. He tends to play left wing more often than not, so I don't quite understand the logic of moving him. He got 1 goal and was crowned Man of the Match in the 4-0 win, but like I said, he's one of 2 PSG players to be mentioned. Cavani should also be taken into consideration here because he managed to get himself 1 goal and 1 assist. So we are basically substituting the Man of the Match award for the assist. And again, if EA want to sell packs, I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think they'll want to really go ham in week 1, especially knowing you have another God knows how many weeks and promos to go, and especially as not everyone has the game. Which brings us to the big man, the cover star, Cristiano Ronaldo, off the mark for Juve with 2 goals in a 2-1 win. And this kind of is my whole point. Will they realistically give Ronaldo a 95 rated card week 1 of the game coming out? If he'd scored a hat-trick, it would be very difficult to argue against it. 2 goals for Juve. Normally I would say, yeah, okay, fair enough, could be in contention. But not everyone's going to have the game. PlayStation users in particular are going to have to wait till, the 25th? Which is a Tuesday. Which means they'll get the game and have about 4 hours, maybe not, maybe more like 12 or 14 or whatever, in order to open as many packs as possible to get Ronaldo before the new Team of the Week is announced. And of course, with an extra, God knows how long, 40, 50 weeks worth of Team of the Week cards and promos, can they really afford to give Ronaldo a 95 rated card that early on? I question it. And that brings episode 1 of Team of the Week predictions for FIFA 19 to a close. Hopefully the player that you want most is in the predictions, and hopefully he gets it. Of course, if you want a different point of view on this, go check out MPHD. The link will be at the top of the video description. He's going to be starting back up again for FIFA 19, so go check that out if you do have the time to do so. If you have enjoyed it, do me a favour and smack that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and excited for more FIFA 19 content. Till the next time, goodbye.